Make a turkey breast with multigrains and lentils. And there's the turkey, which I'm going to cut up. The first thing we're going to do is the carrots, onions, celery. We're going to boil this with the equivalent to 1 package of thyme leaves, and the bay leaves are in there. And this is going to boil for an hour. We use that stock to cook the turkey, and then we use that stock to cook everything else. This has come to a boil. The celery, the onions, the carrots, the bay leaf, the thyme. We'll let this cook, simmer now for an hour. Strain it, and then we'll proceed. Coming along very nicely, and during that time, I had the time to cut up all the vegetables, the shallots, the mushrooms, the sun-dried tomato, the peppers, the garlic. And in the back, I have my 2 pots. One has the barley and the yellow split peas because they take about 25 to 30 minutes to cook. And the same thing here, we have the basmati rice and the farro, the brown basmati rice. That takes a longer time than regular. They take about 50 minutes to simmer together. And then the turkey, take all the turkey and sliver it up. See how small? This way it'll look like a lot more when it's mixed in with the grains. And it'll cook in like 2 minutes into the poaching liquid. And then we'll finish everything off with some very nice scallions. While this is cooking, I want to keep the water level where it was when we started. Because once you take the vegetables out, there'll be nothing left of liquid in there anyway. And we have to do the turkey and need liquid for the other items to cook. I was up, so I'm going to remove the stems of the thyme will be coming out. The leaves can stay in there, that's just fine. So once you remove everything, then we're going to poach off the turkey. Now we're ready to do the turkey. Very easy, and this is going to just take a couple of minutes. So we'll leave the camera running for this. I don't want anybody to overcook the turkey, because we're going to have to take this turkey, and after all the grains are finished, put it together, and it's going to be hot. So later it'll only take a couple of minutes to bring this back to life with everything else. And these pieces will shrink up quite a bit. So really a pound of turkey is relatively not that much. You're not breading it, you're not flouring it. So we can only do one thing, really shrink. Yeah, if we taste this, we'll have an idea of how good this little bit of stock is going to be for the rest of the items. Very nice. Happy with that. Just another teaspoon of salt in there. And you can put pepper in there at this point, or my favorite, hot sauce. going to show you what a piece looks like right now. You'll tear it. Get one that's about the average thickness. And we'll see what the color is. See? That's it. We're done. I'll remove the turkey. And then we'll proceed to the next. We're going to take the split peas and the barley, put some of the stock in there. And save most of the stock for the other two items because they will take up to an hour to cook. So we'll just slide the Basmati and the Farro in there. Now we'll just simmer away. Set the timer for 20 minutes on that one. And when that's done, we'll just shut it off. Hopefully the stock will reduce down to almost nothing, which is good. That way all the flavor's in there. And this one will go, say there is stock left over after the split peas and barley is cooked. Well, we just drain that and put it into this one. And then after this is done, if there's any stock left, we'll just reduce it down to like a couple of tablespoons and put that flavor into the mix. Cooking, everything is reducing, and if it's not finished yet, so just add a little bit more water so you keep the level just above. So when we're cooking this stuff, it really depends on how rapidly you're cooking it, which really doesn't make any sense because boiling water is boiling water. But the one that took me the longest to cook in the past is now ready before the other one. The brown basmati rice and the farro is done. So we're going to strain that, put it onto the turkey. And the lentils and the barley are still a little, the yellow split peas and the barley are still a little firm. So we'll strain all of this. Then I'm going to dump that into this pot. Just be easier for me later to handle. So this is already about an hour and a half cooking this, when it should take only about a little over an hour. But you know what? It doesn't really matter, because the finished plate is going to be delish. Finally done. So we drain this. I'm going to reduce that liquid down to really nothing. Now the liquid that's left over, we're going to reduce this down to about 1/4 cup. And we'll add that to the mix. While that's going on, we'll put some olive oil, or if you want to use butter you can, into that pot. And we'll add all the vegetables. This is cooking. You have to season what's in there. Everything has to be seasoned. So we'll add one and a half teaspoons of my salt and pepper mix, which is good to have. And we'll just cook this until the items are soft. We're not looking for color. Then I will drop this into the reduced liquid that's over there, so it'll just scrape the sides of the pot and pick up whatever flavors in there. So this will take a few minutes. Keep on stirring for about 5-6 going on, and the vegetables are sauteing. I put the turkey with all of the grains and the yellow split peas in the rice warmer just to hold warm. So let's take these sauteed vegetables now and put them in what's a little bit left of that liquid, the stock. I'll get the last two items. Put the scallions in there. And these roasted soybean nuts. And then this, that's enough. Take this, now we'll finish this up by adding this. Just use a wooden flat spatula. Well, that's because I don't want to scratch the lining of this. And it folds things a little bit better than using a spoon. And it won't break up anything if you had items in there that you didn't want to break up. It looks good. And we're done. So we're going to put it on a plate and have a little. Get a better eye view of what it looks like and how much turkey there is. So the amount of turkey and the other items, the ratio looks pretty good. I hope you enjoy it. It's a little work involved here, but you know what? It's very aromatic.